welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And today we are joined by the pride of, Northwestern Ohio.
There we go. We're getting there.
And he is also my co-commentator at Wrestling Pro Wrestling. Coming back soon, it's our friend,
Erik Barnes. Hello, Rivers.
Hey.
Hello, Sam.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing,
Hello.
buddy? Oh man, well it's great to see you. I hope everybody had a good my birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, Rivers.
Yeah, that's right. I got to go see Jason Isbell and Deer Tick at the Greek Theater, which is a show that I saw about 10 years ago. The exact same lineup at Bourbon Street Bar in my hometown. Glow
so you
up.
wanted a birthday rerun, is what you're telling me.
It was a glow up, as the children say.
Oh, it's a glow up.
Yeah, we went from a bar that holds like 200 people to the Greek Theater, so it's pretty surreal.
How
Well,
was
shit.
the show?
Oh, it was fucking killer, dude. Got pretty much all new music from both bands. I didn't even know Deer Tick had a new album out.
Album yow?
Album out.
They're a cat band.
Yeah.
Album yow?
But yeah, gave that a listen. It was quite fun. What about y'all? How have y'all been the last week? Anything fun, interesting to report?
No.
No.
I've been fried. A combination of fun jobs and not fun jobs has had me chained to a laptop for like the last 3 months.
Oh,
And,
geez. Okay.
Oh, and or picketing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw you out on the line. Have you had any celeb sightings out there?
I got to march alongside Yvette Nicole Brown and
All
a bunch
right.
of our mutual contemporaries. as well.
Okay, right on.
So that
All
was a
right.
lot of fun.
That's cool.
Well, a lot of fun for a very not fun thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, as fun as it can be when it's 106. Well, it depends on which studio because if you're over in the valley, that could be a little bit more.
I was
more
around,
warm.
I was around Warner Brothers, which is
hot.
Hot. Easier to park though. That's the trade-off.
That's the trade-off. Okay.
Yeah.
What have you done for the cause, Sam?
For the cause?
Or just whatever.
This week I had to go by Sunset and what do you call it, Vermont, and that's where all these loser Scientologists hang out, right?
Oh,
Try to
sure.
give people pieces of paper.
Sunset and L. Ron Hubbard Boulevard.
Yeah, well, no, they go to the public. They go to the actual, like, near the train station,
Oh,
and bus
shit.
stops and shit.
Where all the hospitals are.
Yeah, and so they go up to you and try to hand you papers, and I'm like, I usually, at first I just ignored them, and then I started being mean to them.
Yeah.
And now I'm passive aggressively mean because I used to just like literally insult them and walk off. And now I just go, hey, do you know your president's under investigation for child trafficking and child sex crimes? And they basically are told, I think, to walk away.
Yeah.
They do not engage, or sometimes they'll try. This one guy kept saying, do you know what Scientology is?
I
He's
know.
like, do you know what it is? And I was like, it's the name of an organization. He's like, no, do you know what it is? I don't know. It sounds like an organization that molests children. Okay, well, I'm not going to talk to you.
It sounds like an organization with a head whose wife has been mysteriously missing for the last
and the
5 years?
Yeah, and the president's now missing now that he's under. There's no chance this church with millions and millions and millions of dollars is helping hide them at all.
Yeah, it's an
there's no
organization
way
that
that's
has
happening.
its own navy that's filled with indentured servants, right?
Yeah.
That's the one?
Yeah, that's another thing they're under investigation for is literal slavery.
Well, yeah,
the
Sea Org.
selling children into slavery.
I speaking of Scientology, saw the new Mission Impossible, and one of the plot points was someone got paid off in a thumb drive with $30 million worth of crypto.
Oh.
And I was like, bow.
That's putting 2022 and 2003 technology together with a thumb drive with crypto.
Oh, it was amazing. I was like, boy, what a difference a year makes. Where I was like, oh, well, that probably that thumb drive is just getting less and less valuable right now.
I don't know. The thumb drive, just the thumb drive, not the crypto in it, but the thumb drive might get some worth being an antique.
That's true.
I was at Rite Aid. They're so rare that they're kind of expensive. It costs
really?
$22 for a fucking thumb drive.
Damn, I got a whole little mini binder full of them.
You should fucking start selling them,
Yeah.
bitches.
I really need to. Jeez, yeah.
You could sell thumb drives of old episodes of Goods from the Woods.
We could hire a really expensive guest sometime.
got a whole.
Let me guess what's on here. I bet there is some old college reports or essays.
I think I've actually put all of those onto the cloud. In case I need to cross-reference. I wrote a bang-up essay about Robert Oppenheimer, actually. That's in there somewhere. So I'm going to have to compare my notes to the film.
Are you going to do the Oppen Barbie?
Barbenheimer? Yes.
Or Barbenheimer? I'm going to do an Oppen Barbie.
Oppen Barbie?
I choose because I choose my head canon is that the atomic bomb goes off, and that's where the Barbie universe
it does tear
is
reality.
Spawned. Yeah, you know.
It does.
Oh, you didn't let me keep guessing what was on there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
What else is
bestiality porn?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Vacation photos.
It's called animal husbandry, Sam.
Yeah. I've pretty much got. That's why most of them are empty. I've got almost everything, up on Google Drive, so everything's accessible now.
Damn! Now Google knows all your terrible secrets.
Yeah. They know about all the beer I drank when I was 19. Oh no! Don't tell nobody. Well, let's get something.
All 5 of them, Rivers?
Yeah, exactly. I was. I like to. Actually, it's like Seagram's. That was kind of my move. Or
Seagram's what?
God
Seagram
bless you.
7, baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can't do it anymore. It's one of those
7 and 7.
Nah, just like I think we talked about this. Shots chased with Gatorade Fierce Melon. That was
you did
my move.
say that.
Yeah, no hangovers
Damn.
for baby.
No hangovers. Yeah, you weren't drinking enough. Buddy.
Well, speaking of drinking, we've got some drinking of our own to do, and this one comes to us from our friend Sam Harder. What do we got for today?
We got the mega powerful C-Force coming in with 0 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
But
now, is it C, the letter C, or C as in the ocean?
No, it's the letter C.
Yeah.
And
you'll see why.
I was about to say, if that should have been the name instead of Sea Org. Anyway, continue, Sam.
So this is premium artisan water.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the reason it's called C-Force, I'm going to turn the bottle to you, Eric, as I say this. The C stands for Chuck Norris.
Oh, my God.
This is a Chuck Norris-branded water.
Did you do a roundhouse kick into the vat? Is that of water?
Yeah.
Well, so C-Force is filtered through volcanic rocks underneath Chuck Norris's ranch. And I did look at
It's Lone Wolf Ranch.
Yeah.
Let's get the name in there.
The Lone Wolf Ranch.
Yeah, it's in Navasota, Texas, and I did look up a geological survey of the area. There are no volcanic rocks.
Of course not. Of course not.
Dog shit. But yeah,
volcanic rocks that they cultivated elsewhere
Yeah.
to put into the vat of water to filter it through, if that's even true at all.
Yeah.
So my favorite thing I found on the website, it says a portion of proceeds benefit Kickstart Kids, a program that supports at-risk middle and high schoolers by providing martial arts, and that's good up until that point. And then the next line, instead of PE.
No. Don't. Listen.
Chuck Norris coming in being like, volleyball's not. We're not into it, fam. We're gonna be
Also,
fucking trained killers.
He's fucking 80 now. He's not teaching anyone.
No, he
to
ain't
fight.
doing shit.
Yeah.
No.
He's making water.
Yeah.
Why?
He's
Why?
making a thing that's already made. It's fucking water.
Why is it substitution to regular PE?
I don't know, but that is what it says. It says instead of PE, and then it says alongside extracurricular activities, classes, events, and competitions. So it's like, why is the priority to be like, fuck PE, let's do karate? Why not do PE and then karate after school?
This is charter school bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
It sounds like he's trying to get martial arts in as a sport like football or basketball or
Right.
something. Because those are sports electives too.
Yeah,
Those
yeah, that's
count
true.
as a gym credit.
Yeah. It's, you know what else counts as a gym credit? As I know, motherfucking marching band. I only had to do that shit for 2 years. Never did PE, not once.
PE was fun. That was the best class in the history of school.
I got to skip it to do more art.
I like
That's
love.
cool. America has some of the best marching bands ever.
Hey,
And guys
Look at 'em
like
go.
Rivers drive the force.
that's right. I'm the rhythm section. I'm the low brass, motherfuckers. I'm tuba.
Here's the thing.
Sometimes, and then most of the time I was so bad they just gave me a banner to carry or a dead clarinet.
Damn.
I'm pro martial arts classes, but yeah, this is some charter school bullshit. Especially since it's like, you want martial arts at your school? Well, you have to pay for padding, pay for geese, pay for insert yada 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 specialization.
Insurance for when all the kids get head injuries.
Oh, that doesn't count. Like there was wrestling in PE. If you could allow wrestling in PE, you could allow
that. Didn't happen in Texas, but
really,
Texas, Ohio's more of a wrestling state, I hear, than Texas.
Ohio, Indiana, Iowa.
It's all the cold weather states where you have to do inside sports.
Well, yeah, we have to do inside sports, and also one inside sports. Number two, it's the Midwest, so we have to be very catty about our homoerotic tendencies.
Okay, of course.
You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If that's your thing. And on top of that, it's cold as fuck. So what better way to heat up than rolling around with other forms of body heat around
Cuddle,
you?
Yeah. So in exploring this website, I did find out that Chuck Norris writes a weekly health and wellness column.
No, he doesn't,
that
but
gets,
sure.
According to the website, syndicated in newspapers across the country.
No, it's not.
I'm sure there's a couple Christian newsletters that print it for free.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is Chuck Norris
I'm sure it's someone else under the ghostwriting for Chuck Norris.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
yeah.
An AI program.
Yeah, that's true.
Writing a press release that's just an ad.
God,
for his
being
products.
the Chuck Norris AI. Whoa.
No, I will say I do remember Chuck Norris, kind of squandering any goodwill he had. After the Chuck Norris meme kind of had its rise and fall around 2012.
If you go to the Chuck Norris website, they talk about the meme.
Oh, yeah. Hell
they
yeah.
talk
of
about
course.
that as one of the first internet memes and have some of the best, quote unquote, Chuck Norris jokes on there.
Yeah, it's like it was us and Chewbacca ate my balls. Those were the first two. But I remember him right before the 2012 election squandering any of that good meme will by writing a thing in support of Mitt Romney.
He's like a super conservative Christian. I bet he's a total piece of shit.
Well, but here's what's weird. So I go into reading the health column just fully expecting it to be, some fucked up anti-vax shit. He's really good on COVID, actually.
No, that's
like,
good.
Top to bottom since the beginning was just like,
people are layers.
Mask up. Let's take care of each other. Like,
he's old enough that it matters.
That's what I was going to say.
There's that too.
It's because he's fucking like 82.
Well, also he's one of those old ass conservatives that are like, where did my party go to?
Yeah. Well,
I bet he would shake.
Well, I still gotta support him, even though
that's what it is. Yeah. But every article on here, I am now nominating Chuck Norris to be the new Andy Rooney because every article on here seems to be about either,
which isn't saying much because he's going to die soon.
I mean, it's perfect. It's a lateral
within
move.
the next 3 years, like Andy Rooney.
Well, is
Andy Rooney still alive?
No, Andy Rooney's very dead, but Chuck Norris is in better shape.
Well, he has to be.
Andy Rooney wasn't doing cardio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Andy Rooney was never doing front back flips.
Yeah.
When he was
Andy Rooney. When I got my ass kicked by Bruce Lee. But yeah, every article on here.
I prefer Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do.
Every article on here seems to be about either loneliness, stress, driving related stress, or dogs.
Wow.
So I've got
a deep dive into his life, I think.
I got some of the headlines. Is COVID anger spilling out onto America's roadways? It's like, yeah. What's driving the turn of our roadways into speedways?
These kids and their race cars.
Oh, yeah. He's got a bunch of articles about going outside and staying off the damn phone. Like,
of course.
He says, is there such a thing as too much technology?
So this is just like him doing letters to the editor.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Which is like saying, is there such thing as too many waves at the beach?
Here's the thing that I'm touched by. All these are harmless.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was expecting more damning shit.
Well, that's the thing. These are his C-Force blogs.
Oh.
I think he's nuked his Chuck Norris blogs from like pre-2011, which were probably much more more reactionary. These are pretty much just like to be printed in Reader's Digest or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got one that says, good old-fashioned fun in the age of digital distractions.
Praying.
Yeah,
Praying.
Reading the Bible.
kickboxing.
Frontside kick.
Yeah.
Watching Octagon again.
But by far his biggest topic is the old people, ageism. So here's some headlines. When did respecting your elders become passé? So
It's always been.
yeah,
It's always been.
yeah.
Even back in the. Do you know what the oldest story is? Some young person telling an old person, "Shut up, old man."
Yeah.
That happened. That's Bible shit.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And then, coming back with hat in hand, being like, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
And he's just waiting for that part of the story to happen. Here's another headline. When did growing old become so disrespected? And I'm like, that's the same. You wrote the same article, old man.
Welcome to SEO, bud.
My family doesn't let me drive anymore.
There's a 50-50 chance that the body copy of that blog is exactly the same as the previous one. It's just a different headline.
Yeah.
That's how this shit works.
The AI made a mistake and wrote the same
here's the
article
dumb
twice.
thing. That's a human choice.
Yeah. And then the last one I got written down. Ageism and scam artists take toll on older Americans. Like, it's
that's
sad but
true.
true.
That's true.
I agree with the second part.
Yeah.
I don't know if ageism's the problem.
Yeah.
More so people realizing that you've lived way past your mental capacities to be in control of yourself or other people.
Well, I think it's more along the lines of, yes, old people are more prone to the car warranty scam. Our generation, we're used to getting that phone call every day, whereas they are like, "Oh no, not again! My warranty! Oh, this is the fourth time this month."
Yeah. I looked up some Amazon reviews for Seaforce water. Picked a couple of people who were dissatisfied because I'm trying to steer
You're
the
a
group.
hater.
Well, no,
dude.
no,
You're
I'm
a
just-
hater
I'm-
and a fake friend.
I'm
Chuck
trying
Norris.
I'm going to be full disclosure here. I'm trying to steer the group into a choice that must be made here in just a moment. But I'm just going to tell you what the haters think on Amazon. Donna says, I hate water. so taste is very important to me. I can only taste the plastic bottle. I'm not paying to taste a bottle. So, Donna,
Okay.
learn to love it. Sorry.
Must be tough when you hate water.
Must be tough to be a super taster, like Donna.
Oh, boy, those super tasters. And then the other one I got.
I can't believe I don't like water. All I eat is chicken nuggets.
All I eat is chicken
I'm
nuggets.
a super taster. All I can eat is food for 4-year-olds. I don't know what the deal is. Just Kraft macaroni and
Everything
chicken
is
tenders.
too powerful for my tongue. Oh.
AJ says, they quit shipping it to me. That's totally uncool. No reason given. No warning either. Probably was buying too much.
Wait.
They cut you off?
So AJ got cut off from alkaline water with a slightly higher pH content. They were like, no more, AJ, no less. Sorry. So here's the thing. This is water. It's alkaline water. It's got a slightly more basic in the chemistry sense taste to it.
Which makes it basic in all
Which makes it
forms.
basic, right? Yeah. So the idea, take this for what it is. Shout out to Dr. Andy Vandy, our resident chemist. Tell me if it sounds like bullshit, but what they say is that if you drink a higher pH balanced water, it reduces the acidity in your blood, right? So it makes your body work better. But at the end of the day, this is water, and we're all about flavors here. So
I bet you took the vaccine too.
I did. Well, Chuck told me to. Chuck Norris said it was a good idea, and he
Also told you not to speed.
Yeah, but he also pushed down the earth instead of doing push-ups. But so since this is water, I feel like we can absolutely drink water, gentlemen. I love that. Or we can enter the goods from the woods powder era.
Oh boy.
So now we've got a choice. I found myself at the wild world of Walmart, where I found Celsius kiwi guava lime powder packs, which are to be dumped in 16 ounces of Cold water.
So it's like Crystal
it's
Light.
like Crystal
Yeah.
Light.
How many milligrams of caffeine are in that?
This is 1 can of Celsius, so 200 milligrams of caffeine. in
Whoa,
this.
how much sugar's in it?
0. It's it's the
Celsius.
bullshit kind. It's sucralose or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's sugar, but not.
yeah. So what do we want to do? We want to drink water. Boo!
Well, I think the thing is we're going to have to pour out enough of this to get that in there safely.
Gentlemen.
So we could all take a little sip of the water.
All right.
And then,
Yes.
Hey.
and then put the rest of
I
the
was about to
Celsius
say,
in there.
yeah,
King
what-
Solomon
why not,
over here.
Why not both? Split
Yeah.
that baby in half,
Because
Sam.
this is probably a bigger bottle than intended for that size.
Yeah.
This is like a 24 ounce.
very true. Very
Yeah.
true. All right.
And this is what?
Good call, Sam. I was literally just about to suggest that. Way to go.
Yeah, great minds.
Great minds, my man.
I did read somewhere that the water was like smoother than
I
normal.
don't-
I'll tell you this.
I've already drinking about
I've-
5 of these.
Oh, you
I'm gonna
have?
be
Okay.
honest.
I've
yeah.
had. Do we?
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
y'all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Mm.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And
yeah,
It's
it
not
is.
bad at all.
Most alkaline waters, when I have them, I'm like, if this came out of the tap, I would not drink this. They taste so fucking
Really?
weird. A lot of them do. A lot of them
I'm-
taste very strange.
I'm one of
this one's very, very. It's fine.
I want to stress. I don't buy into the acid in your blood bullshit, but I just like the taste of alkaline water. Like I
Chuck
love
Norris.
the smart water. It tastes better to me.
He
so
he
I
knocked
enjoy
it out of the park on this one. One of the funniest things about this is it's not owned by Chuck Norris because on the side of the label it says it's a woman-owned business.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
well, yeah, but you know who the woman is, right?
Charlene
It's-
Norris.
Is it his daughter?
It is his wife.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's
For
it's
tax
Gina.
purposes, she owns it.
It's Gina Norris.
Oh,
Gina
okay.
Norris.
Yeah, his
Okay.
wife. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Close
just
that bottle.
I do.
Sprayed Celsius.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
But yeah, my thing is like alkaline water. I just drink it because it
Ooh,
tastes
it foamed
good.
up nice and good.
If the acid reducing benefits exist, good for me. If they don't, I don't give a shit.
You're not rich enough to pay like $5 a bottle to cure your acid.
Here's the deal.
Well, and
none of us are.
None of us are. But if I was rich enough to get acid out of my blood, in quotes, I would hire a doctor to filter my blood once a month.
I'd
to
use
do that.
leeches or
Yeah, you know,
something fun.
good.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, who is it? Peter Thiel that has a blood boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. That's creepy.
Bring me the human pinata of blood.
Okay, now the
all right.
powder has been added
All
to
right.
the drink.
The
It's
powder
pink.
has been added.
It is
Can you
pink.
feel the powder? Here we go.
Let's give it a smell before you drink it.
Woo, buddy.
It smells, and we did.
It smells like watered down Kool-Aid.
It certainly does.
Yeah,
Whoa, this tastes stronger than a regular Celsius.
it does. Yeah.
It ain't half bad. I mean, it tastes like sugary punch, especially the aftertaste.
It just tastes like
Yeah,
Crystal
the
Light.
aftertaste is like cheap ass, like
Yeah.
fruit punch. From
Exact-
the,
yeah.
like from a gallon jug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I like it with the alkaline water too, because it's less tart than
You know
it would
what?
be.
You know what? We probably should have tried it in just regular ass tap water first and
Oh,
compare.
damn.
Oh yeah. Well, hey,
You have another packet, right?
I've got-
No, I've already had so.
buddy, I've got a fucking
Oh,
box.
Rivers.
Oh.
I don't like how you have it in a drawer right next to all the equipment. 5 feet from
What
your
a big
bed.
reveal.
Yeah.
5 feet away from your bed.
Yep. Just in case I need to get jacked.
Which is a lot.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. So anyway, that was my Walmart adventure this week. Was I wandered by a shelf of energy powders? Was like, ooh, an idea.
What was the flavor again?
Oh, kiwi, lime, guava.
lime.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't taste any
of that.
remotely.
no. It was just
Maybe that's the thing. It's like, fuck, what's this flavor? Just pick 3 random fruits
I don't-
Yeah.
and merge them together. No one will refute that.
I'm gonna say I have no idea what guava actually tastes like. I don't think
I've
I've
only drank it in drink form.
exactly.
Yeah.
I have never had it. So I don't know.
Artificially flavored
exactly.
drink form.
I have
too.
never fucking had it. So I have
It's
no.
kinda like
It
when-
could taste exactly like guava.
It's kind of like when I was a little kid and I'm like, oh, I like grape flavored things. Let's try a real grape.
yeah.
And then being immensely disappointed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I gotta get you guys. Oh, all right. I'm gonna work on this because my favorite pastry in all of Los Angeles is the cream cheese guava Danish at Porto's in Burbank.
Yeah, Porto's is good.
Wow.
That
Porto's is
shit
good.
rocks my fucking world. I don't know what a guava. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
You lost me at cream cheese, but that's me.
Okay, well, what I was going to say is, if I'm not mistaken, I think guavas typically are kind of like passion fruits, where they're kind of too sour just to eat, so they are best like baked into things. But yeah, I'll fuck with the guava nectar, the one at the gas station sometimes, at the tiendas, that kind of
Right
thing.
on.
Yeah, so
I've seen the guava nectar. And I
Yeah.
mean, that's the same as any of the fruit nectars. It's just like condensed sugar
Right.
in a fucking drink.
yeah.
I don't know if I ever really see these at the store. I don't really browse through the exotic fruit section too
No?
often.
If there is one.
Yeah, well,
At all the stores I go to.
I was
there
going to
are.
say, I go to the high class stores like Vaughn's.
I go to low class stores.
Oh.
So John's.
Like John's.
Yeah.
They have a better selection of stuff, especially stuff that you don't find at a normal American market.
Yeah, John's ain't too bad, really.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, shout out to our new Andy Rooney, Chuck Norris, for his
damn
contribution.
fine volcanic rocks
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
inserted into the
Doesn't
Texas
exist.
ground.
God. Oof.
The box it came in, this was shipped, and the box it came in was taped with a roll of tape that had Chuck Norris's face all over
Yeah,
it.
where
It
did
said,
you-
like Norris
Did you like
approved.
order
Norris
did you-
brand
from the
tape?
Chuck Norris website? It was a gift, but yeah, it's from the Chuck Norris
Oh
website.
fuck yeah! It's from C-Force. Hell yeah! Well, yeah. If anybody out there sees some energy powder, gives it a try, tell us what are the good ones, because I got a couple of boxes of different ones.
All right, all right.
Maybe you can send some signed packets as a Patreon.
Ooh, now that's actually a great idea. Yeah. Also, if I could just like get a little teeny tiny signature going on them.
Tiny little rivers thing.
Yeah. No,
It's big enough to do like a graffiti on it, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I think
do a
so.
small little tag.
yeah.
All right, guys, you heard it. This is the good idea. Right now, how much did these things cost?
I don't
we
know.
got to at least make our money back on the product
Nah.
before we autograph it.
How about retweet the tweet about this episode and say something funny, and I'll pick the funniest one, and I'll mail you one of these, and I'll also mail you a custom made stained glass Alabama bolo tie made by our friend Monica Scott.
Oh, wow.
How about that? Yeah.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a lot more than what I was
So
suggesting.
everybody retweet this episode, quote tweet it with
I'll
something
sign
funny.
this right now.
Yeah, we'll all sign it. We'll send you this in a bolo tie.
Okay, so this is going to be, when you get this, don't open it, because this is going to be worth a lot of money
Yeah,
one day. If you hold on to this for like 25 years,
Yeah.
this could be worth like $20 one day.
Wow, they won't even believe you.
No, they have this proof. You save this in your thumb drive.
Yeah,
with
it'll
your
be
crypto on it
It'll be in my crypto thumb drives.
for evidence.
There we go.
It's going to look like someone crossed things out, but that's
no,
my
perfect.
signature.
Oh
There
yeah,
we
your
go.
signature is nice.
Perfect. So
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah, compared to me and fucking Rivers.
Oh no, I got a nice one there. Look at there.
Rivers looks like the scribble I do when I'm signing my name on a credit card thing that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah, every time I sign a credit card, it ends up getting smudged anyway because ink never dries.
Sometimes I'm like, or like a credit card receipt, that
Yeah.
they don't check regardless. You can like literally draw a fucking dick
Yeah.
and they have
Well,
to
yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Well, they have to because nowadays, you don't write it. You're just like, write your name with your finger, which is harder than it looks.
It's impossible. Especially if you got a
If you've
finger.
been trained
that's-
for years to use a utensil.
I got fat guy fingers.
Yeah.
So I put my finger down and it could go like 11 different places from the touch sensor.
yeah, it looks. When I write down, it looks like,
Lately I just put the line. I just put a straight line.
Here's the thing. When I was in second grade, I sucked at cursive. like hard.
Damn.
Really. And
That's
it was
hard
terrible.
to believe looking at this.
I know,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. I sucked so much that they forced me into an intense training, and now I can't
Oh, no.
not write in cursive.
Oh jeez.
It's hard for me to write longhand without it look like a 5-year-old did it.
Yeah.
So now everything I write is in cursive. So even if I'm writing like a regular grocery note, it looks like, my dearest Martha.
Wow.
The war here has been terrible.
I'm
Eggs, milk, almond milk.
I am shocked Chuck Norris didn't have an article about cursive, because that is a constant old person complaint of like, in my day.
I wish I could write regular.
You're the youngest person ever that still uses cursive, probably.
Yeah. I know, and I hate it.
You're the last of your kind.
It's not that I want it. It's just I can't.
In 3rd and 4th grade, they stress so much about cursive.
It's the most important thing
You're
ever.
You're going to be writing this way the rest of your life.
Yes, exactly.
And then by fucking 5th grade, they're like, okay, computers.
You're never going to have a calculator with you at all times.
Yeah.
You have to know long division in your head.
Yeah, and then...
Although, in fairness, the trade-off is you have to play this weird tic-tac-toe now to do math, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Common Core.
Whatever Common Core
I'm surprised there isn't a Chuck Norris article about that.
Yeah. Why can't people do math regularly?
Yeah. In my day, we did it in the dirt with a stick.
Sometimes we didn't have stick. I'd have to kick my numbers into the dirt.
But yeah, retweet the pinned tweet about this episode.
Know
with
how
something
hard
funny.
it is to kick numbers with cowboy boots?
Yeah, retweet this pinned tweet
with your best Chuck Norris joke.
Oh God, I don't want to have to be the judge of that. They're all bad. Come on.
Well, no, it's just funny subjective.
That's true. Yeah, just do something good.
We'll just do a random draw of everyone who does it.
Yeah,
How
okay.
about that?
There we go.
are.
I'll make it
There we
fair.
are.
Hey Chuck, this Seaforce water is amazing. How did you get such a crisp, delicious artesian water?
It's underground on my Texas ranch.
Underground? How'd you get it out of there? You just told it to get in the bottle, didn't you?
Are you kidding me? I just stared at the ground and the water surrendered.
I have a breaking story out of the Korean peninsula. So there's this guy, Private Second Class Travis King, who is a soldier. He's in his early 20s. We don't actually know how old, but we have that detail. Early 20s. He's in the Army, and he has been stationed in South Korea. And recently, he's had some disciplinary issues. He spent the last 2 months locked up in a military detention center. He's been charged with assault. So he's been fighting over there, but not in the way they wanted him to. So just punching people in the face, apparently. And so yesterday afternoon, he was being escorted to the airport and out of the country to be returned to Fort Bliss, Texas, where he was facing additional military disciplinary actions once he got stateside. But after going through the airport security, he somehow managed to slip away from his captors and join a tour group leaving the airport, at which point he escaped the airport in Seoul.
Good on him.
He got away. Yeah.
Where's that SNL sketch?
Yeah, well, it's about to turn into one because, you might be wondering, where was the tour group going? Was it going to Seoul Tower, perhaps Bukchon Hanok Village, perhaps Jebu Island? No, turns out the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea.
Oh, God.
That's where the tour group was going, because people are always like, talking about which countries had the most hardcore COVID lockdowns. North Korea wins by far.
Yeah.
Because it's funny to be like,
no one in, no one out.
Yeah.
Well,
And everyone's like, we didn't want to go.
Oh, we had
anyways.
these lockdowns before the pandemic.
well, like there was like some Japanese official who was like in a boat that capsized, and instead of rescuing the guy, the North Koreans just shot him in the water. Like they were, it's hard to be like, oh, these people are really taking it seriously, but they were. And as a result,
And they would have done that no other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was in a rare
What
move.
a wonderful excuse COVID is for Korea to just do things.
In a rare move, Kim Jong-un did apologize to Japan for that. They were like, oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. We shouldn't have shot that guy full of holes who was just trying to get rescued out of the water. But anyway, because of that, so there's like a series of these huts along the border, and they use those for diplomatic relations. So anytime they have to talk to each other, the North Koreans can come from one side, South Koreans come from the other side. They're in one room and they can talk. And hilariously, Donald Trump did the Dave Chappelle bit from Robin Hood Men in Tights, where he's on the different sides of the creek.
Hey, look, man, you don't have to do this. Look, this ain't exactly the Mississippi. I'm on one side, see? I'm on the other side. I'm on the East Bank. I'm on the West Bank. it is not that critical.
Donald Trump actually did that inside one of these huts.
Damn.
Like, stood on North Korean soil and was
don't make me love
I
Donald
know.
Trump.
It sucks. It sucks
Don't
so
make me-
bad. I was reading that. I was like,
damn it.
God damn it, that's funny. That's really funny. That he was just like, whoopsies.
Oops, I caused an international incident.
Right,
Oops, I didn't. Oops, I caused an international incident. Oops, I didn't.
Just have fucking with you guys.
What's the word for fucking with them in Koreanese?
But because of COVID, like, they've pulled back all their security forces. So they're just letting tourists wander around these huts. Like, you could just go in, right? And that was the tour that this guy was on. So as King's group moved out of one of the huts, this is a quote from a woman named Mikaela Johansson from Sweden. And this is what she told CBS News. So they're leaving one of these huts, and she says, quote, "To our right, we hear a loud, ha, 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 ha! And one guy from our group that has been with us all day runs in between the two buildings and over to the other side into North Korea."
Oh, no.
So-
what a bad move.
So at
He
3:27,
just Red Rovers his way over.
Travis King defected into the glorious Democratic People's Republic of Magnificent North Korea at 3:27 p.m. local time.
No.
So instead of
I
just
didn't know you were allowed to do that.
I didn't know either.
We can just do that, guys.
Yeah.
just go on a tour and then make a break for it, because there's not guys, with machine guns there currently, because they would have shot him otherwise, but instead he just
They're like, we're going to take you into prison, and then we're going to say you're a citizen of our country now.
Yep. The witness said military personnel reacted within seconds to the man's actions, but at first there was a lot of confusion. I'm like, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
This is another witness's quote. "It took everybody a second to react, to grasp what had actually happened, but then we were ordered to run back to our military bus." So they were like,
Why is this a tourist spot?
I was
Why the
wondering.
fuck-
That was what I was wondering this whole time.
it's close to Seoul, kind of.
But I'll tell you this now. That just makes me want to go on a tour, be with the people for a day, and then randomly go, ha ha, and then run to some place prohibited during the tour and be like, "Gotcha, fuckers!" and just causing mass confusion amongst everybody.
That's my favorite part. Is the guy literally said, "Ha ha ha."
Yeah.
That's the quote.
Yeah.
Not laughing. He was literally like, "Ha ha ha!" Like he's a villain,
fucking super villain.
right? Yeah. So,
Which is ironic because he's a hero of mine now.
quote. This is another witness. "I thought it was a bad joke at first, but when he didn't come back, I realized it was not a joke." And then everybody,
it's a different kind of bad joke at that point.
Is this a YouTube channel thing, or
Is this some Logan Paul bullshit?
I wish. Oh God, please! If there is a God, let that happen.
let a YouTuber cause an international
Yeah,
incident with North Korea?
Yeah, who is like pretty much got nukes now. Like, this is the worst possible time you could have done this. Like, all of our diplomatic shit is broken down with them. They've got intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're testing them. The United States just put a nuclear warhead in a submarine and parked it off their coast like this week. You couldn't have picked a worse time to do this, except the actual Korean War. So King is now believed to be in the custody of North Korean military forces. I was like, yeah, I don't think you're not getting out of that one. They're pretty bored up there. Got nothing to do but chase your dumb
You're
ass
just
around.
a toy to them now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're dog meat.
Yeah.
The United Nations Command said in a tweet Tuesday that it is working with its counterparts in the Korean People's Army to resolve the incident. So the United Nations is like, come on, he's a fucking moron. Please just give him back.
Just give us our stupid. Just
What
do
did
it.
he think was going to happen? That he was going to go and be like, "I'll tell you all of our secrets."
Yeah, private second class. He's been in the Army for fucking 2 years or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you what we got in America that's good.
Yeah.
Food.
We got this alkaline water made by
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
Oh,
you don't know who Chuck Norris is?
Oh, they do. Oh, fucking Kim Jong-un definitely does.
Oh, he definitely. Oh, and also he beat him in a fight. That's right. Kim Jong Un beat him in a fight.
Yeah, that's right.
In
Yeah.
an honorable battle.
Or I think his daddy beat him in the fight.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
But he still celebrates it. No, that was.
They always celebrate every year.
Yeah.
There's a national holiday to it.
No,
They announce it.
His daddy famously had the biggest movie collection in North Korea and was the only one to watch that was allowed to watch Western movies.
Oh yeah,
And
that's why South Park parodied the fuck out of them
And then,
through Team America.
Yeah, and then he began kidnapping Japanese directors.
I love that I said Trey Parker and Matt Stone as South Park.
Yeah.
They're not individuals; they are that show. Which kind of isn't wrong, but
yeah, one of my favorite stories ever. They kidnapped a film director and forced him to make like their version of Godzilla called Pulgasari, and
I bet that's a winner. Huh?
Yeah, well, but it was funny because he was there for over a decade, if I remember correctly, and then somehow they got him into the Vienna Film Festival, and North Korea was so excited they were like, "Wow, we're getting recognition for our films. Let's send him to Vienna," and then he just escaped.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
It's amazing.
Now was the ending of the film they turned Kim Jong-il into a kaiju to fight off the Godzilla knockoff?
Pulgasari? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd be interested
I wouldn't
to
be
see
surprised, and I would like to see that.
Yeah. So anyway, Travis King, shout out, you're a fucking idiot, but please, if you do get back to American soil, encourage YouTubers to do this because this is a good idea. I like this.
From mother's arms to Korea, and tomorrow I'll face the front line. Then the next line was wrote by his buddy, from a foxhole to a mansion on high.
We have a segment on this show where we talk about our guests' hometown, and for this one, I'm gonna need Eric to say the damn name because I'm afraid
It is Maumee, Ohio.
Maumee?
Maumee.
Oh, Maumee. Okay. Maumee.
Which, a lot of people mispronounce it as mommy.
Okay.
Which happens.
So our friend Erik Barnes comes to us originally from Maumee, Ohio.
Suburb of Toledo.
Yeah.
If that's helpful, which I'm sure it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we know Toledo. Toledo was supposed to be what Detroit became.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
we still are Diet Detroit in many ways.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as if the Jeep plant isn't doing well in Toledo, people go back to Detroit to work. And if Detroit's automotive companies try to fuck them over, they come to Toledo. And it's been a back and forth relationship ever since.
And there's, is it Maumee Bay?
Yes, Maumee Bay.
Yeah.
Next to the Maumee River.
Yeah, next to the Maumee River. Mm-hmm. This is the site of...
Fishing for walleye. Yep.
This is also the site of the famous Toledo War.
Yep.
Which is one of my favorite things in American history, where Michigan invaded Ohio and held it hostage for better part of a year.
It's hilarious because of that history. There's always the Ohio State-Michigan college football game.
Of course, yeah.
And there is no more fervor. Like, you would think it would be between Ann Arbor and Columbus, where the feud would be like, grrr,
right.
But there's no more of a grrr than in Toledo
and Detroit,
all of the schools because of how close we are to the border.
Don't they have the
between
game?
The states?
Did they used to have the game in Toledo at one point?
I don't recall, but they might have. It wouldn't surprise me, just because there was so much crossover between Ohio citizens and Michigan citizens. Hell, our school celebrated the Ohio State-Michigan football game by wearing red or blue, depending on your allegiance. I actually went to my my aunt and uncle would have a party once a month at their home filled with like cousins and all that, like big family stuff. And we would always gather together for the Ohio State-Michigan football game. And there were members in the family that were Michigan fans, and there were some that were Ohio State fans. And it was... Yeah, so it was just everywhere.
I'm from Auburn, Alabama, buddy.
Oh, no.
we got a similar situation.
I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure. All I'm saying, if I'm saying this to anyone that's from the South, you'd be like, "Fuck yeah, of course." But this is Ohio and Michigan.
Yeah,
We're the Midwest. We're more like, oh, yeah, football's fun.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, and this is the 1 out of 10 time which we're like,
yeah. I couldn't figure out when, but apparently Betty Ford lived in Maumee at some point.
I found that Maumee,
Maumee,
mall, like mall, like a panther.
Okay,
which is the mascot,
but there's no L in it.
I know, but MAU and then me.
Okay,
like you and me.
Maumee.
Mall like the Maumee Panthers.
Maumee. Yeah. When did
I still don't understand how to say it.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm probably just gonna keep saying mommy.
You can say it however the
Mama.
hell you like. I don't live there anymore.
Mama, Ohio. But yeah, I found out Betty Ford lived there at some point.
Yeah.
When? I
don't know.
She's like from Chicago apparently, but I don't know.
That's the thing is that we try to cling on to as much celebrity as we can.
Sure.
Both Maumee and Toledo. Toledo, it's like, oh, we got the Jamie Farr golf tournament, and it's like, oh, you remember Katie Holmes? She's from
She's
here.
from Toledo.
yeah, she's from here.
All right.
Remember her? She married Tom Cruise once.
Yeah.
Oh, she was probably doing bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the thing. But the biggest celebrity from Maumee that's celebrated in the town all the time, and he has passed on, is Dick Kazmaier.
Oh yeah. Okay. So funny. All right.
Who the fuck is
I'm
that?
sure they've got it exactly. He was a football player. Right?
Yeah. He was a Heisman Trophy winner in 1951.
Oh, cool.
Played for Princeton.
Played for Princeton. Yeah. Grew up in Maumee. Went to the high school, and in 1988, when I was going there, not to age myself, our stadium was renamed after him, and he took his Heisman Trophy, and it resides in our trophy case.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So by most accounts, he seemed like a pretty good dude.
Okay.
So
I was trying to figure out if he was related to the famous Kazmaier from my town, Bill Kazmaier.
That was the rumor.
Yeah.
That's around school because, all my friends, I didn't give a fuck about football.
Right.
Though I played, our team was, But that was the thing, is that amongst my cousins, I were like, is he related to the world's strongest man?
Yeah.
Is he related to Bill Kazmaier?
Yeah.
And there's no evidence that connects the two together, but there was kind of the thing. It's like, oh yeah, they're brothers, or oh yeah, they're cousins, and all that, which is totally not true.
Bill's from Wisconsin, and I think it's just there's just a shitload of Germans in that area.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, Bill Kazmaier is father to a guy I graduated with, Erik Kazmaier. I've mentioned this on the show before. But Bill Kazmaier was the coolest dude in the world. He was one of our Cub Scout leaders.
Oh, shit.
And I remember going on a field trip with him and sitting on...
Did he bring his giant globe with him to carry to the ring?
He didn't even have to just being around him. I was in first grade, and I remember sitting on a bus, on the bus seat next to Bill Kazmaier, and just looking down, and his leg looked like the trunk of a fucking tree. It was...
Of course.
It was incredible. But yeah, no, because I got real excited. I was like, is that Bill Kazmaier's dad? But no. But anyway.
I urge all listeners to Google Bill Kazmaier WCW and just watch him. His entrance to the ring, he brought this. He would carry over his shoulder, with a handle, a giant foam globe.
Yeah, like Atlas.
And he would just put it down, wrestle a 5-minute match so he wouldn't get winded, and then move on with his day.
Yeah, and then we'd go back to Auburn and teach us how to tie square knots.
There you go.
Great dude.
For the children.
Fucking love Bill Kazmaier. I looked up some recent news stories from
please
Maumee / put some Toledo's in there.
Yeah, sure.
So big news, there's a new KFC coming to Maumee.
Yep.
That's it. Literally, the headline wouldn't just say KFC; it was like legendary restaurant chain coming to town.
Of course,
and I was thinking,
to entice you to read,
what's it going to be? And then it's a KFC, and I was so disappointed.
And but here's I'll refute that later.
Okay,
go for it.
Disney on Ice is returning to the Huntington Center in December.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
The Maumee Music Fest was held July 4th weekend. Some of the bands listed: the Nylon Twos, Smilo the Ghost, Distant Cousins, spelled with a Z at the end, and finally, my favorite band name I've ever heard, Public Water Supply.
I like that name too.
I want to know what genre they are.
Take a guess. I know. I looked
jazz.
No, they should be jazz.
I haven't been back to Maumee in nearly 20 years, so this is all very nice, and all my references could be super dated. At this point.
Public Water Supply weirdly is like a kind of a country Americana country band.
It sounds like it.
Which I was expecting jazz. Like, that just sounds like a fucking funky jazz band. But yeah, so, some pretty wholesome stuff here. But let's see if there's any other. Neo-Nazis carrying tiki torches protests at Jewish Center and Toledo's Love Fest.
Whoa.
And look,
They're still doing
Ain't
the
that
tiki torch
America?
thing.
Yeah, 2 points. Yeah, what Sam just said, still with the tiki torches. That's so 6 years ago.
Welcome to Maumee, Ohio.
Yeah,
They just found out about it.
Yeah. No.
but also, like, as terrible as that is, just imagine you're like making signs to go protest something called Love Fest, and you don't feel like an asshole at any point.
Yeah.
Just what an amazing brain. So got that going on. 3 teens steal car, lead Toledo police on a high-speed chase. That fucking rules. Then this is from the Pizza Hut in Maumee, further from ABC 13. 2 Pizza Hut employees got into an argument Wednesday evening. Following the argument, one worker hit the other worker with the vehicle and then fled the scene. And this is literally how it's written. I copied and pasted this. A police officer witnessed the guy being struck by a vehicle. I love this. Instead of, the man or the victim.
No, yeah, no.
Just he's a fucking guy.
First of all, journalism is dying. Secondly, it just sounds like some dude that came out. Dude, I just saw some guy just got hit.
Yeah.
He just ran up and hit him.
The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The suspect who fled the scene was later arrested. So that's some, that's what I was looking for. That's the
Delivery
juice.
driver beef right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to shit on my hometown or anything, but that's the thing, is that there's really nothing to write home about. Literally, I mean, look at their fucking newspaper.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which is a wonderful and awful thing.
I've made a point that might be unfair, and feel free to tell me if this is.
Sure.
I maintain Ohio is the state people think Alabama is in a lot of ways.
I cannot make an assessment one way or the other because I've not stayed in Alabama for a extended amount of time.
And I've never been to Ohio, but I read a lot of news. That's where you read shit like that, where it's like, 2 guys are fighting at the damn Pizza Hut. Fuck you, Billy, and ran him over with a car.
Here's what I think. I think it's not just Ohio is what Alabama is. It's Ohio is what Alabama is, and Tennessee is what Ohio is. And Wisconsin is what Tennessee is.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like everything is everywhere. It's kind of like that David Cross bit of like, you go, I'm from Maumee, Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm from Auburn, Alabama. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, fuck
I'm
you, buddy.
from Vermont.
I'm from Bakersfield, California.
That voice is everywhere, and thus that culture is everywhere.
Right,
too.
right.
That's not South. That's not Midwest. That's America.
No, that's a fair point. And I've always wondered.
Is it more of a meth state or like a pill town?
Haven't been there in 20 years. Didn't experiment in the drug scene. So the answer is probably yes. I'm pretty sure it was opioids first and then got into it.
Okay, because that's usually what the delivery driver vehicle hit and run happens with drugs,
Well, we were in the Northwest, and I was in a suburb, but, Toledo and Detroit are for intents and purposes, are sister cities, even though they will never claim one another.
Yeah.
But a good chunk of Ohio is close to Appalachia, so I'm going to say opioids first.
Yeah. Fent in the south, and then speedier as you go north towards the lake. So I got these questions here, and I've added just for this one and going forward because I think it's fun. Added a new question number 1.
Ooh.
Question number 1, Erik Barnes. What was the incident? And by that, just for the clarification of the listeners, because I was talking about when we did these year 2000 episodes, the great Adderall scandal of 2000, where 20 kids in my school got kicked out for dealing Adderall in the courtyard, and that was my first year of high school, and that became the incident. But also we had things like a city councilman who was high on meth kicked out the back window of a cop car and escaped down railroad tracks while handcuffed.
See,
shit like that, where you're just like, buddy, that's the incident.
As you can tell based off of the high scandal local news stories that you've already produced, the biggest incident that I can recall in my mind was there was a renegotiation of the public schools contracts
Oh, okay.
and a principal that we all liked. There could have been an option of which he could have been fired.
But wasn't.
And we were upset about that as a student body.
Oh, man.
And we wanted to be, and some other teachers too, and it affected other teachers too. And we actually, a bunch of our older students got together and debated against like the PTA and the school board against certain things.
Nice. Okay.
So that was our deal. And some of them are like, you children. And all of us are like, hey, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Without saying that because
Right.
we're from Ohio. We're polite.
Oh, sure.
So that I recall as being the other thing. The other stuff is just like small piddly things that I
love
honestly.
piddly.
So I honestly don't really remember because it's so small. And also, I was a goody two shoes for the most part growing up. So I was either unaware or unattached to anything fun or scandalous.
Okay.
I was a part of Young Life. I was a part of all this.
You wouldn't even hear about it.
Pro-Christian things and stuff. I wouldn't even hear about it. Probably.
It was like the Scientologist on the corner.
Not too far off.
They start telling you about some bad shit.
Not
You just run
too
the other
far
way.
off.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it would be like, oh, that sucks. Hey, want to get together and sing One Headlight and
change one of the lines to be about Jesus.
yeah. Well, not necessarily that, but we would just do that, then talk about Jesus because it was an inoffensive rock song to us.
Okay. We drive around this town, let the devil chase us around. He ain't gonna catch us. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Question 2. Local legend.
I haven't talked to this man ever since I graduated because I am glad that that he was on my side.
Oh, hell yeah. I love guys like this.
His name was Aaron Warnock, which is
great name.
I know, right?
Great
And
name.
he was on the wrestling team because of course he was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
He had an Alpha Omega tattoo on his chest. Junior year of high school.
Oh man.
And he was jacked like a 30-year-old on roids.
Yeah.
And even though he was, 17 or whatever.
He would enter a room and American Badass would start playing.
There's no doubt in my mind that he fucked and still fucks. Even now, like even if nowadays I haven't seen him, I don't want to see him. I want the legend still in my mind.
Yes, that's a good way to be.
Because but here's the thing, even if he's just a shell of the person he used to be, I still think that he fucks in the past, so much in the past that it has reverberated into the future for all time.
What was the hair situation? I'm imagining a ponytail, but I could be wrong.
There was no ponytail. It was kind of moppy a little bit to the sides here and there.
Okay.
I noted he hated the DMV so much. He hated it. He wrote for the school newspaper that was essentially an article called Fuck the DMV, which is weird because in Ohio, it's the Bureau of Motor Vehicles.
Yeah, but there's no...
But we weren't going to correct him.
The Primus song is DMV.
Yeah. And, I was wrestling at 215. He was like 185 or something like that. And he would just... might as well have been suplexing me back and forth like a goddamn rag doll.
Holy shit.
And here's the thing is that, like I said, Young Life, right? Young Life is a Christian organization and whatever. Not going to give them advertising they don't fucking need.
They're great. Everyone sign up for Young Life today.
Yeah.
I got something to tell you about Young Life.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's just a recent thing that was
fun.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is that Aaron, much like virtually everyone in high school went, and was a part of it, including Aaron Warnock. And in shop class, he decided to make a bat from God, I believe, is what he labeled it.
He made like a club, like a caveman club.
With a crucifix carved into it.
Like a cliche zombie movie.
He brought it to lunch with the intention that he was going to give it as a gift to the Young Life leader.
I made a gift.
Pretty much. And to my knowledge, since he brought it to lunch, the school teachers and everyone involved were nervous.
Why?
They called the youth leader to say, "Hey, can you get over here?
Collect your war
Because
club.
he is not giving us the bat.
You're the only one who can sue.
He said he will only give it to you."
And we know this child is the Incredible Hulk.
And he went so to my knowledge, he went the youth group leader went over, said, "Hey man, thank you very much for this. Can I take it now?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Sure."
Oh, hell yes.
And I swear that was the school's version of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, that's
of which everyone is like,
That's the incident right there.
God. Oh.
The day the Incredible Hulk bought a bat to school.
But that's the deal. Yeah,
Made it.
And here's the thing. I don't go on. I don't really fuck around with Facebook anymore because obvious reasons and all that. I'm not going to friend him. I don't want to friend him.
Yeah.
Again, legend, and also I don't want, I don't want to misinterpret things, and he comes back at me, especially since but I did go to his Facebook page. I didn't see much because I didn't want to friend him or anything, but I do know that his banner was some Brazilian jiu-jitsu dojo.
Fuck yeah.
And I just went, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So I'm sure he is somewhere like a 40 to 43-year-old man that is rolling around with other dads,
breaking arms,
breaking shoulders and ankles, and choking them out for fun.
being like, I used to be on the wrestling team.
Yeah. This is better. I get to hurt people.
I get to hurt people even more.
Yeah.
I also have a very caveman-like friend who had a handmade extra large baseball bat that would be completely useless to hit baseballs with. That was just for, wreaking destruction if the situation called for it. But no, I was going to say, it was time. I had to buy an LA Knight t-shirt.
There we go.
Let me talk to you. And I wore it to a stand-up show last week. And after the show, this girl came over and kind of pulled my jacket back and was like, "Oh, I thought it was a Young Life t-shirt." And I was like, yeah, based on what I was saying on stage, you could have easily mistaken me for a Christian comedian.
Hey, you're pretty wholesome.
I suppose.
Yeah.
So.
And here's
How
the
many
thing.
curse words did you say in that set?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess, I don't know.
You're a Christian.
Yeah, I'm a Christian comic.
I'll give this to Young Life. It's
That's the thing about those organizations is you can say it keeps kids out of trouble because it literally gives them something to do.
It gives them something to do.
But other than
while
that-
they were while they were preachy and all this type of stuff, and they were like pro Jesus. Like you would go to, it's like, let's go to Young Life camp. Yeah, there would be servants, there would be singing, but there would also be zip lines.
Yeah.
And it's like, they even have a smoking pit, for God's sake.
That's got to be an Ohio only thing.
Yeah, but
Smoking pits.
But you get what I'm saying.
That's
is like
amazing.
At least they were. Don't get me
That's
wrong.
fucking incredible.
There should be more or non-religious, secular based like community center stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, that should exist and that should be prominent. But at least for the Kool-Aid Christian shit, that one was at least less. What's the word? Inoculation? Not inoculation.
Indoctrination. Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't give people COVID shots.
Yeah. No, we had MYF, which I used, not entirely unlike our North Korean border jumper, just as a means to just escape and go do other things on Sunday nights. So, because who could object? So, like, I'm going to church. And then I would go and eat the chicken fingers and play GoldenEye. Yeah. And then when they started devotional, we would just escape to downtown.
Yeah, that was at least the positive thing about Young Life was even if you didn't buy into the Christian shit, they're like, okay.
Yeah. I love they have a smoking pit.
Have fun.
I'm still obsessed with the Christian smoking
Enjoy your
pits.
cigarettes.
Yeah. Who brought the cigarettes?
It's just all the kids with
all the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, okay.
It's all the kids in the early 2000s dressed like the Matrix and shit. They got the trench coats and they're just
believe it or
smoking
not.
cigs.
I'll say this about Young Life, at least in Toledo or in Maumee, Ohio, and Toledo, Ohio, it was at least the unifying point of the stereotypical groups.
Sure.
The jocks, the nerds, the marching band, the goths. They all came to Young Life.
Okay.
Least,
Nice.
You know, so
It's either that or you steal the car like those three other teens and go on a high-speed chase.
true. It was that, yeah.
Those kids weren't going to Young Life. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Question 3, and
Yeah.
you might not even have one of these because you left so long ago, but worst bar.
I left Maumee prior to drinking age. So I was unfamiliar. But there are 2 bars that I'm aware of, that one of which I didn't go to, called the Distillery,
Okay.
simply.
Sounds like it has Edison bulbs and they play Bell and Sebastian.
Sure. They might. I wouldn't know. But the other was one I worked at, which was Dave's Bar and Grill.
All right.
Dale's Bar and Grill.
Okay.
And it was just the place where everyone met. Bill Anderson was my boss, and he was the son of the owner of Anderson's, which was a local like chain store. And I loved working there. I worked as a short order cook.
Uh-huh.
Got good tips, making hamburgers, all that type of stuff. And the drunks, you know, they were like, you're good kids. And they would just keep throwing cash in the thing.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
and also Bill was just amazingly cool boss in the sense of like, you know, he was, you know how there are rich guys and then there's rich guy in your community, right?
Right.
He was rich guy in our community.
Sure.
And in the sense of like, he'd be like, hey man, just come over to my house. We'll just watch The Matrix on my amazing super big screen TV and all that type of thing. So he would hang with his employees and create like positive employee things.
That's cool.
So yeah, love that guy.
Okay. Well, you might have just answered it, but best local food.
I was waiting for this.
Yeah. Ohio, legendary for strange food items. Down in Cincinnati, of course, they got the Skyline Chili. What's the thing in Maumee?
Well, first of all, we have no real cuisine in Maumee, Ohio.
Okay.
I mean, we offshoot from Toledo. There's Tony Paco's because olives are good.
What?
I don't get it.
What is that? It's just a
place where their whole thing is like, put peppers and olives on everything.
But what do they serve other than that?
I don't know. I don't care because I didn't care for peppers and olives on
I'm just
everything.
picturing a hamburger bun filled with olives.
Hey,
You know what? You may not be far off.
They
really.
make olive bread.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah,
do.
sure. Yeah,
My
but-
roommate delivers
but-
bread. We have a loaf of it all the time.
But growing up, and this is I hope this kills the new legendary restaurant chain KFC, or however they fucking worded it,
Yeah.
is a local chain called Frickers.
Okay.
Frickers does wings and fried chicken.
All right.
And what we would do is Tuesday was 50-cent wing night. And myself and my fellow football players, cross-country runners, pick a team, any team. One of the bonding experiences is to just meet up on Frickers on a goddamn Tuesday and eat until our digestive systems couldn't take it anymore.
Okay.
I can remember eating like 60 wings, 80 wings.
Oh my
And
god!
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Listen, we were
How?
I was going to say high school athletes. Yeah.
High school athletes.
High school
Like,
kids
I ran-
can eat like a
here's the thing.
motherfucker.
I
Yeah.
am the slowest runner in the Northern Lakes League in the year 2001.
That's a record,
or
right?
Or 2000. Yeah, I am legitimately the slowest one. I was dead last in the final race that involved all the schools. And one of the motivators that kept me running, because I was also the heaviest. My walking around weight was around 230.
Mm-hmm.
And compared to like the 150-pound flyweights that were running laps around me. So one of the motivating things is as soon as the other runners were done, they would go to certain parts of the track to motivate me by just yelling chicken wings at me. Because we would go to Frickers afterward. Because I did cross-country combination of body dysmorphia issues, my issues with my dad, and in order to build up stamina for wrestling. Because if I'm 230 pounds and I had more wind than my other 230-pound opponent, more likely for me to win. Right.
Right.
I ain't gonna outmuscle him because I can't grow muscles. So that was my saving grace. And on top of that, in wrestling, you have to diet down, you have to weigh down in order to make weight and all that type of stuff. And so after a good wrestling tournament or anything like that, that was the thing. It's like, oh, okay, guys, we can relax a little bit. Let's go to Frickers and just eat as many fucking wings as
1,000
possible.
wings.
Yeah, and just giant plates filled with all of this breaded fried chicken of various sauces and flavors and tastes.
Man. Fuck
And because of that, and because of the prices, and I hope they, obviously, this is like fucking 20 years ago, so everything has changed, but I hope it still exists. All jest aside, it was a wonderful place to grow up. But if you want to do the things that we all do and that we want to do and aspire to do, we can't stay
Like
there.
go to restaurants that stay open past 10 p.m.
Hey,
Frickers is open late.
They're open till 2:30 a.m.
Yeah. Do they still exist?
Oh yeah. They
Where at?
got Reynolds Road,
Yep,
Maumee,
that's
Ohio.
the one.
Yep,
That's the one.
You got a shitload. I mean, they look
Reynolds
like
Road is everywhere.
pretty good.
they got a shitload of flat screen TVs too,
Mhm.
so you can watch the big game.
It's
there.
like nothing has changed.
Hell yes. Question 5: local ghosts or monsters?
Sorry, we're short on ghosts.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that there will be like, I don't know, some Wikipedia page will just be like, the skunk ape. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's all of Ohio.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of the Ohio ones. The favorites being, of course, the Ohio Grassman, which is a Bigfoot so slow he has grown moss on him like a sloth. And then there is, of course, the melon heads, which are a science experiment that escaped into the woods.
That I was unaware of.
Yeah, check out our episode with Heather Winter. We talked about the melon heads, and then there's the Loveland frog, which is the frog that walks. It's a giant man-sized
Yes.
frog.
Yeah.
So Ohio's got some weird ones. I was just wondering
got a
if there was,
couple.
anything
I
like
mean,
that.
I'm sure there's some that came out of when the Toledo Black Swamp.
Yes, the big black swamp there.
Yeah, I'm sure. But
Which was part of the reason for the Toledo War that we mentioned. Yeah, because it was impassable. There was no way to get to Detroit through the big black swamp. They had to
No.
find a way around it.
talk to Mad Anthony Wayne about that shit.
Oh, yeah, Matt Anthony Wayne. That's why the Fort Wayne, Indiana is named for him. And
We had Wayne Trail Middle School.
yeah, Fort Wayne is named for him in Indiana, and that is why their minor league basketball team is called the Mad Ants. Yeah, after Mad Anthony Wayne. Yep.
I think Wayne Trail was like something like the Patriot. It was something of that kin that would have been related to Mad Anthony Wayne.
And then last question: favorite thing that's not there anymore?
Honestly, I again, 20 years. It's probably a lot of places. There was an ice cream place. Penguin Palace. That's what it was called.
Oh shit!
And it was right across the street from my house. And they would sell something, because they were mostly just like high school kids making ice cream stuff.
Yeah.
They would fuck up. So they would have in their fridge and freezer some mistakes, like how In-N-Out has their secret menu.
Sure, yeah.
Well, you can go to Penguin Palace. They wouldn't advertise it, but you could say, "Do you have any mistakes in there?" and whatever.
Just my son.
It's like shit of like, oh, I put caramel instead of fudge on this one.
And someone complains.
Yes. People would complain, be like, I wanted fudge, not caramel. And they give it back, they fix it, and they put it in there.
Yeah.
And be like, what mistakes you have? And it's like, okay, that. And it's like, okay, I'll give you 50 cents for
It's
it.
like the ice cream version of day old bread.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I did.
Love it.
It was perfect.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Fat Kid Paradise. You shitting me?
Yeah.
Across the fucking street.
Across the street.
Oh, I would be there
Dude,
way too much.
Rivers, what would happen is during the summers prior to Monday Night Raw, I would go across the street to Penguin Palace, buy whatever mistake I wanted, and then go back and then watch, watch the New Age Outlaws.
I was about to say, you're sitting there watching Goldberg, fucking Jackhammer Hollywood Hogan, just being like, God, don't make no mistakes.
Would they sometimes have a wide variety of selection?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
The fucking
like,
cross country team would come in
as
there
soon-
and they fuck it
Sam,
up.
As soon as I saw, they have a new person working.
Nice. Oh,
That's when I'd be like, oh man, I'm gonna get some good eating this week.
I see inexperience in his eyes. Just like sitting outside waiting for him to fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, that rules. Well, that is a tour of Erik Barnes's Maumee, Ohio.
Ooh.
Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio is like being nowhere at all. All through the day, how the hours rush by. You sit in the park and you watch the grass die. Oh, but after the sunset, the dusk and the twilight, when shadows of night start to fall. They roll back the sidewalks precisely at 10, and people who live there are not seen again. Just two lonely truckers from Kearney, Nebraska, and a salesman from places unknown, says unknown. All huddled together in downtown Toledo to spend their big night all alone.
Eric brought some gifts.
I brought
for us.
gifts to the podcast.
Yeah.
Courtesy of friend of the pod, Jeff May.
Oh, shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to his YouTube show, I Must Break You. Follow him on Patreon, in which he breaks open packets of trading cards of various kinds. And I have some official World Championship Wrestling trading cards.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I would love for the both of
say,
you to take whatever ones appeal to you, if any.
Let's go through it. What do we got?
I just fucking hit my knee on the table.
Sam was so excited he
fucking
injured
hard.
his knee.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit, are you
damn,
okay?
that hurt. I just hit my funny bone.
Oh,
God.
no.
No, I'm not okay. I'm
Is
gonna
this
die.
cord
I'm gonna
connected to anything
fucking
important?
die, dude. Ow. This is, you know, when you hit your funny bone and you're like, oh, I'm gonna feel this for like an hour.
Yeah.
Not like severely, but it's just gonna linger there. God damn. Well, speaking of leg injuries, this is the first great card.
Yeah.
Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious.
There we go.
Psycho Sid.
Great,
Sid
great
Justice.
leg injuries in wrestling history.
He's got a sting up, it looks like, on his shoulders, getting ready for a slam of some sort.
This
What else
one
we
with
got?
Terry Taylor. I have no idea who that is.
Oh,
but it
Terry,
looks like
the
he's-
Rooster.
Yeah, the Red Rooster.
The Red Rooster.
He's holding up Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
It looks like. Am I wrong about
Yeah.
Pro
that?
wrestling agent and producer Terry Taylor.
Yeah, Terry Taylor famously went to WWF, and they didn't know what to do with him, so they dyed the middle of his hair red and gelled it up and called him the Red Rooster. So he became a chicken man. That was his wrestling gimmick. So, Mr. Dignity, Terry Taylor.
They could have at least gone full bore with it and make him wear a costume, like go gobbledygooker. If anything
Yeah,
else.
it's something.
No half measures in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Is he still trained? Is he still trained people? Is that- okay.
Well, he's like I think he's still kind of an agent. Like he's in management for
that's what.
WWE. Of
Yeah,
some sort,
that's what I thought.
If not WWE, then some.
This fabulous Freebirds one is really funny. The card itself sucks. It doesn't even look good, but
No.
Yeah.
the back of it has a very funny
Oh,
picture.
there we go.
Oh, man.
And yeah, we'll put
Michael
this on the
P.S.
Twitter.
I was gonna say Bad Street USA, baby.
and it
That's
says,
straight Atlanta GA.
Yeah.
and this is the first sentence in his description. He's not a frustrated rock and roll star. He is one.
What?
He's not a frustrated rock and roll star. He is one.
Yeah, that's bad.
Somebody,
So
that's bad copywriting.
Make sure I'm not crazy, Rippers.
writer
That's
doesn't-
what it says, right?
The writer got
Well,
hit.
I think the intention was he is a rock star, but that's what you write instead. You don't. He's not a frustrated rock star. He is a rock star. Like emphasize that.
But
it's written incorrectly.
But he is one. Yeah, that is
shit,
very
right.
strange. But
Yeah.
man, fucking
I
love
like
it.
this one. Another guy I've never heard of, and I'm not familiar with
Oh, you-
1991
Oh,
wrestling.
Michael Wall Street.
You've heard of him. You've heard of
Mr.
him.
Wall Street.
He is better known as Erwin R. Shyster, IRS.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Mike Rotunda.
Mike Rotunda.
So he's had experience playing
Guess
this.
who's? He is a father of two professional wrestling men that are currently in WWE as of this recording.
yeah.
Can you guess which wrestlers?
God, probably not.
Yeah.
Is it Big E or?
Oh, well, he's the wrong race for that.
okay.
But
I don't know. You gotta African American. It could be. Mr. Wall Street could have been in a biracial
it
couple.
could have been,
Yeah.
it could have been an adoption
No,
situation.
I have no idea.
That's-
His finishing move is the stock market crash.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
Much like
terrible.
and it was the write-off.
Yeah.
He is the father of Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt
and
and Bo Dallas.
and Bo Dallas. Thank you.
Oh no! Oh, we've got the controversial Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
Wow, Steiner Bros. And I like that.
Recently pulled from WrestleCon.
Yeah,
again.
good.
Yeah. No, it is good.
What's his deal?
Currently, just being a real dickhead to a couple of trans people.
folks.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Trans wrestlers specific.
yeah, exactly. Which is like, hey man,
the front of
shit
this.
where you eat, you idiot.
This card is good. Look, I'm looking at several of these cards. They fucking suck. Here's the Lex Luger one. You can't even see his goddamn face.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
this-
it's buried into the belly fat of whoever he's body slamming.
Yeah.
Kurt
And
Hennig, maybe. I don't
Sting's
know.
card. Sting has his back to
Yeah,
you.
you can see.
Yeah.
You can see
See,
part
you
of
can
his
see-
face.
You can see
Oh.
the left side cheek of Sting.
Oh, the another canceled wrestler, beloved canceled
We got-
wrestler.
we got
Ric Flair,
Double Ric Flairs.
and they actually have good pictures of him.
One
It's
a good-
unfortunate
yeah.
he got the good pictures. Oh man, and this guy looks like a stripper. The Southern Boys.
Southern Boys. Oh, that's
Steve Arms-
Tracy Smothers.
Tracy Smothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tracy Smothers is good in pro wrestling. No, man, he before he passed, he was on the indie scene and he just literally helped everybody. He's
Who did he train
he's-
famously?
He's a good brother.
I forgot. He trained
I don't-
somebody real famous, but I can't remember.
I don't
who.
know if he trained him officially, but I know that Chris Hero
That's what it was. Yeah.
is a constant Tracy Smothers advocate and sat under his learning tree.
yeah.
Okay, and this one has another great first sentence. On the Southern Boys, Tracy Smothers. Before entering the ring, Tracy Smothers engages in a typically Southern ritual known to fans and wrestlers alike as giving the, quote, high five.
Oh, that's Southern ritual.
Yeah, the fans and wrestlers.
Fans and wrestlers, both. It's secretly just between the fan and the wrestlers. The high five. Do you reckon that you know why they call it the high five, Mr. Harder?
Well, the second sentence explains that.
Oh, it does.
No.
There's an explanation.
No, there is a part at the end where it says, you're bound to hear the audience give the rebel yell, which is, oh no. And also they call them two darlings
The
of
rebel
Dixie.
yell is, oh no.
Well, I mean, it's
It should
kinda.
be.
Yeah,
it should be.
Oh no, progress. Oh no.
I added the oh no myself.
Oh, okay.
but, yeah. Yeah.
Ric Flair says, not only do his smoldering glances turn his opponent's knees to jelly, but outside the ring, they tend to have the same effect on the ladies. And I was like,
Smoldering.
that's not that. So
Ric Flair
he
did not go into the ring to try to eye fuck his
He
opponent.
makes everyone horny. It doesn't matter who it is. You could want to kill him, and he just gives you that look, and then all of a sudden you belong to the Nate. Well, thank you for those.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
fucking
Sure.
Great.
These
I-
are very interesting.
I do love that. Like almost half the deck is they're not looking at the camera.
No,
or their
they're
faces
all
are obscured.
The worst. They're rejected action shots for magazines.
Hell yeah!
This Sid Vicious one is fucking hilarious, Rivers. Read the whole thing.
Every time Sid gets near a scorpion like Sting, he gets a little crazy. Every time the Stinger gets near Sid, he gets a little nervous. Man, they're making Sting seem like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's
That's not
because
fair to Sting.
that's because Sid likes to smash him with his favorite hold, the power bomb.
Hold.
The hold.
The
yes.
hold, the power
infamous
bomb.
hold.
Also, worth noting, not doing the power bomb in the photo.
No,
that
not at
would
all.
be some sort
He's
of
midway through a gorilla press slam.
yeah, some sort of fireman's carry situation.
While he's in a gorilla press, I noticed because he is visibly grabbing Sting's crotch over his
right. And then the last line,
Just didn't push him up.
yeah. So Sid likes to smash him with his favorite hold, the power bomb. It's a great way to get rid of insects. Like, man, the guy who wrote this really fucking hated Stings.
First of all,
and knew nothing about wrestling.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about insects because a scorpion's an arachnid,
It's an
my
arachnid.
friend.
Oh yeah,
true.
yeah, absolutely.
Man, writing from a place of ignorance from everywhere.
We have eviscerated Turner Home Entertainment Incorporated
T-
from
evis-
1991.
Suck it, THE.
I like this Sting one. I didn't care about Sting until I saw him jump off that ladder and hurt himself like a dumb old man. And now I like him again.
He's just been jumping off
love
of things.
Sting.
That's kind of his new
Sting
thing.
is one of the patron saints of wrestling because I've yet to hear anyone.
He will die doing it.
He could, but I've never heard anyone in the wrestling industry, past, present, and in terms of fans, can say a bad word about the guy.
That's a tough thing in that industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh man,
I haven't even heard people say, "Oh, Sting is annoying."
Yeah.
You know,
he just seems like a
good
time.
He had his drug issues. He did cheat on his wife at one point, but aside from that,
I mean, if that's the worst thing you did in wrestling,
exactly in the wrestling industry,
in wrestling adjusted terms, he's a fucking he's a
wrestling
saint.
adjusted terms. Oh my God, he's virginal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude. I'm so stupid. I think he's probably just like his character where he doesn't talk much backstage. And then when he does talk, he says something really important. And everybody's like, whoa.
Shut up, Sting's talking.
Fellas, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week. Oh, and there we go. From the 1970 record, American Beauty, this is The Grateful Dead with their song. Let's hear it. Truckin'. That's right. It's fucking Truckin', baby. The Grateful Dead held their, I should say, Dead and Company, which is Grateful Dead minus Phil Lesh plus John Mayer, held their supposedly their final performance out in San Francisco over the weekend.
That's so hard to believe because they play like 300 times a year.
Of course,
all
they're
over
coming
the country.
back. Yeah, they're just I
need a break.
I was really thinking, I was like, there might be something coming out about John Mayer, that they're trying to get ahead of, maybe.
Again?
There's always something, perhaps, allegedly. Vicious rumor and innuendo. So anyway, our friend of the show, Joe Raines, was there and said he had a good old time. And then I started thinking, I was like, we did Casey Jones a couple of years back, and it's been a while since I've checked in on the YouTube comments on the Grateful Dead's greatest hits. So let's take a little dive down into this one. This song sits at about 20 million views on YouTube, and there's about 5,000 or so comments. And y'all, I read every last goddamn one of them, and I found the best.
God damn it,
Of
Rivers.
course you did.
I had a long
I told
morning.
you that's bad for your brain.
I had a great morning. I was just at Panera, just freebasing charged lemonades.
Where's the closest Panera?
At Studio City, the corner of Laurel Canyon and Ventura Boulevard.
Man, that's a far way to go.
Yeah,
to listen to this song.
Oh, but there's so much solitude, and they have plugs everywhere, and they don't make me leave.
You can nurse a bacon turkey Bravo for as long as you want. They don't care.
So let's now get down into these comments on Truckin' by the Grateful Dead. First up, Wilson Muniz from 8 years ago. Jerry Garcia, R.I.P. One of the best Puerto Ricans that ever did it. And, love Jerry. Jerry, not Puerto Rican.
No.
Spanish, like from Spain, his dad. But I did like that. So that was fun. Ricky Riedinger from 5 years ago. I'm trucking like the Doodah Man. I'm packing across the USA at 61 fucking years old. And a dreamer. And a little bit crazy. I'm a Georgia boy and I don't give a fucking shit.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Ricky.
I just want to know what a
Riedinger.
Doodah Man is.
There's a line in the song, Truckin' Like the Doodah Man, which is a reference to an old jazz song. The Doodah Man is the weed man. So back in the 30s, you were either called the Doodah Man or the Tea Man. There's an old jazz song I like called The G Man Took the Tea Man, where the cops arrested your drug dealer. So they were having fun in the 30s, guys. So you know.
They had to. They took the liquor away.
Yeah, exactly. Greg Hajabok from 11 months ago, 62 years old.
This seems to be a theme.
I checked to see if it was the same guy, but it's apparently not. 62 years old, feel 18. Barely legal girls spinning around like Woodstock.
No.
Oh. Now I'm talking to comments that are 2 years old. Do not care. So I think he's going through and commenting on like girls being
Hot
like,
girls.
yeah, straight up.
All the hot girls that are posting on Grateful Dead tunes.
Hey, they're out there.
I'm not saying that they aren't, but I'm
yeah.
saying that,
He's like one of those like 12-year-olds that doesn't know he could just be looking at regular porn. So he's like searching hot girls on YouTube.
Judy Grondin from 9 months ago.
Oh, Judy, one of the hot girls.
I hope I'm trucking and smoking nature's finest hemp on my way out to Spaceland.
Nice.
I was like, I'm just imagining.
I hope her dream comes true.
She's got one of those hemp necklaces just packed into a bong, and she's like, the best part is it just keeps going.
I just love the fact that she hopes when she's dead she still will be smoking weed.
Yeah.
You know? I know death is eternal and all that, but can I get high there?
Can I get high there? Even if you even believed in an afterlife, right? If you believed in a heaven, in paradise, wouldn't you just feel high all the time without the need to smoke at all?
That would be funny if you're a guy like me and it makes you freaked out and you get to heaven. It's like you're high all the time, and I'm like, no, and then that turns out to be hell.
What a twist!
Let me out! Stop the roller coaster.
You'd balance out after a while.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's what purgatory is.
Yeah.
Just being sort of high and uncomfortable, but you can also stand.
First you go to hell, then you're in purgatory, and then paradise is just around the corner, buddy.
Jeffrey Simpkins from 8 months ago. I thought the other guy tripped over his dick. You think you're the new dick? I'm your boss. I never worry about gainful employment. I'm your boss. I'm still here. Does anybody here make $16.25 an hour? You didn't even say anything. Yeah, I did. I ain't shackled at the ankles with this shit.
These are the things I love about this segment is it's all like one-sided conversations that are typed out.
I think somebody just like their boss was drunk at the bar and they just text-to-speech somehow onto YouTube.
They had
this is either that or a very, very drunk stream of consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot what happened in the last sentence.
God, to live a life in which your main like your opening one of your main salvos of authority is I make $16.25. What do you make?
God damn.
Pan Drillby from 11 years ago. Thumbs up if you've ever used a Redbox movie case to break up weed or cut up lines. Like 11 years ago. That's exactly when that happened.
Stoner MacGyver shit right there.
But also, it's exactly 11 years ago.
How do you not have any other flat surface in your house? Everything just covered in garbage.
Even better, renting.
Yeah.
Renting a flat surface.
It's not even yours.
They stole it. At this point, it's stolen.
I choose to believe they rented and they're like, okay, that's it.
And imagine snorting off something.
I got to return this Transformers movie to the red box.
People have been just taken to their house, touching, not cleaning at all, putting back in a machine, and they're just putting cocaine on it and putting it in their bodies.
Fucking gross, dude.
Oh, that's...
Nowadays, it'd be fine because no one uses Redbox, but in 11 years
ago,
ago,
4 families that are using the Redbox at this point.
Charlie Gilliam, 86, from 8 years ago. Once a deadhead, always a deadhead. Can't escape the love I had. Divorced from my ex or not.
Okay.
So even though he divorced, he can't escape the love of the Grateful Dead, I guess.
That means I miss my ex-wife.
100%.
That's what that meant.
That means everything reminds me of her, is what that means.
God damn it. Why is there always those on every fucking song we ever do?
She kept telling me to keep on trucking.
Everyone has a divorce anthem that's completely different.
She was my doo-dah woman.
Yeah. Oh, we got another drifter here. St. Roof from 1 month ago. I crossed America 16 times on foot with no money and just a wild edible plant book. And I published a book called The Diary of a Drifter by Stephen Root.
Okay, this person's lying.
This is the best song to walk to. This and Ripple. Much love. All my respect to the Dead family. I love all of you. Their knowledge continues to save my life on the road. All you guys, all my love, guys. Sincerely, Stephen Roof, author of Diary of a Drifter and Kalichi's Helping Hand.
All right. Do we have to do a Google search of Diary of a Drifter?
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna do it. What's it?
Yeah.
What was it again?
Stephen Roof.
Roof.
ROFF, like jumping off the roof. Diary of a Drifter.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a good song to just walk to.
I mean,
Give
it
them
is.
that.
It is andante in its tempo. I believe that means a walking tempo. See, I remember something from marching band.
shit,
Sam.
It came up instantly.
Oh,
It's
good.
a
Yes.
real thing.
Oh,
Yes!
good. Is it doesn't have as many typos as his comment? Is what I'm wondering because
I don't know.
he spelled there THARE. So, just checking. Got a
4.2 stars on Amazon.
based on one
Out
review
of-
from
out
his.
of, out of 5?
22.
Oh wow! Okay.
He's been advertising YouTube comments real good. He's been doing a real good
It
job.
sounds like
Getting his
It
numbers up.
worked. I'm on it. I'm looking at this.
Good
I'm
for
thinking
him.
maybe I should buy it.
Oh man, we can do a book review.
It does sound like it. Diary of a Drifter title alone.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an interesting read.
Hell yeah. Got a couple more here. Rodney7979 from 5 months ago. I do believe we have valid disclaimer in this state, Turtle Shell. Beware of the big fat kitten. Cat with a baseball bat and a no fun gun. Quit drinking, Dio Blue. And stay out of my wife's vagina. LOL. Please keep your dicks out of my wife's vagina and crotch.
Wow. If you have to ask, it's probably not going to happen.
What?
I like that he had
You
to say
asked,
it
you
twice.
asked me what the worst bar is.
It's that.
The worst bar is my wife's vagina and garage.
And he spelled crotch CRRRRROTCH and 3 exclamation points.
Garage?
Crotch.
Oh, crotch. I thought you said my wife's vagina and garage.
No, crotch.
I heard that, which is why I thought it would be a bad bar name.
Boys. Boys.
What do we got?
This Steven, I have found a picture of Stephen Roof.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here we go.
Saint Roof himself. What's he look like?
Well, I'll show you, but I just want to say before I show you, he does have a necklace with the Hatchet Man logo on it.
Is he from? He's got to be from Ohio.
Oh my God!
That's
yes,
a-
he is.
that's
Yes,
a-
he fucking is.
That's an Ohio man if I've ever seen one.
No, well,
I did not
ICP from Detroit.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were one of the. Toledo was one of the early adopters.
Oh, yeah.
He does not look
of the
old
Insane Clown
enough.
Posse.
I know.
Wow.
Wow! Look at that monk haircut.
I don't believe this guy was eating wild plants. He looks like he's been eating good. I'm gonna be honest.
You know that Simpsons cutaway joke. People who look like things.
Yeah.
He looks like the Pumpkin Man in the head.
Jumping in the Dark Alley from 9 months ago. Bless the Grateful Dead. This song makes me miss my old girlfriend's holes. What the fuck? Why? Why?
This is your horny song.
Why?
I have a feeling any song you'd listen to right now would remind you of that, sir.
Yeah.
The worst. You thought the last one was
Also,
the worst
keep on
thing.
trucking. That tells you to leave.
Yeah, that's the
That's a
worst.
go away song.
That's the worst bar in Ohio. My girlfriend's holes. And finally, Ryan Zorner from 1 year ago. You need that New York department store feel. But outside, for instance, at the train station, rich guys got it together. And know this, it's about the lyrics, but you can modify the tune. It's like applying a 3-dimensional grid structure in a suit and a hat to your environmental count.
That was so inspirational until
It
sputtered away.
Yeah, it's got that New York department store feel. Just listen to it. Yeah, so very, very weird, but artsy comment section there for our Jam of the Week, The Grateful Dead. Truckin.
That guy understands music in a way no other human being can possibly comprehend.
Yeah.
Or should comprehend.
Yeah, it's a three-dimensional grid structure.
I did want to throw in one addendum. Thomas Lunsford says, "What's going on with these comments? I can't listen to classic rock without people like my son making weird comments."
Sir, I have to inform you, these people are all your age.
They're all your age.
Yeah.
And they're fucking...
Or older.
Yeah.
61 years old.
Yeah.
62, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the Grateful Dead, and that is our radio program. Erik Barnes, where can people find you on the intranet?
You can find me on Twitter and on Blue Sky at Erik W. Barnes. I am currently on strike.
Hell yeah. Support the workers. Solidarity forever.
If you wish
PayPal
to
him some money.
Strengthen the union.
Yeah, you know what? If you want a Venmo at Erik-Barnes, ERIK-BARNES.
Buy him a cup of coffee.
If you want to do that, thank you very kindly. Another thing you can do for all of us, both writers and actors, if you wish to support, aside from just speaking out against corporate takeover of your entertainment, please consider donating to the Entertainment Community Fund.
Oh, hell yeah.
That money goes to both writers, artists, and people that work in production that are suffering through like financial issues due to the strikes. And I hope that the listeners know that these strikes are important and it is part of a greater labor unit, greater labor movement. And yeah, just thanks for all the support you have been giving, and please continue.
Yeah, that's been a big thing with this. Is it's like, yeah, this is important because these are some of the most visible people that need the support of labor action and stuff like that. So that is going to hopefully also down to other people.
And helping us eventually helps IATSE, the Teamsters, all that type of stuff. Like everyone is like, it's a union of unions is what's coming up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you think it's just about money, look into what the studio's offering. There's lots of evidence of what the studio's offering and what kind of changes they want.
It's not even offering.
Yeah.
It's outright rejection or refusing to come to the table.
Right.
And some of the things the studio wants is absolutely awful. They want to be able to AI an extra
That's the most
into every movie they make for free after one day.
After a day's worth of pay, they body scan you and can use your image without your consent in perpetuity.
They literally put you in a microwave at the end of the day.
You are an NPC
forever. Until
in a day's pay on a good day.
Yeah.
On a good day,
minimum wage.
Yeah.
I've been a background extra.
Usually less, because then you have to pay taxes
for travel.
And hey, do you like that? Did you maybe it may not be for people in this room, but Orange is the New Black, right?
Yeah.
Highest, popular Netflix show, only a Netflix show.
Yep.
All these people not get residuals on this. Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother. You've seen him as
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Kraglin,
Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Well, he was on a little show called Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
As a frequent guest star. Not just frequent guest star, he was a guest star that turned into kind of a series regular.
Yeah.
That show has been doing gangbusters on various streaming services, and he has gotten 0 in residuals. That's what this is all about, because this is a new entertainment model that is 10 years out of date.
They're trying to turn show business into fucking Uber, essentially.
87% of SAG-AFTRA members don't make enough money to qualify for health insurance. That's in another different category. But what that means is they're not making $27K a year.
Right.
So this isn't going to impact your Chris Pratts and all that. Not to say that they don't support SAG-AFTRA and the union, because they've been starving too. But this isn't about the Cillian Murphys and all that, the stars of Oppenheimer, the stars of Barbie. It's about everybody else that is in that movie.
Right.
And the other movie.
And many of those people have been guests on this podcast, and a lot of those people
you're looking at one of them
work several jobs to support this. So anytime you see anybody online being like, oh, why are these rich writers complaining, you're like, most writers are not rich, and that is what residuals are for.
None of the rich ones are out there.
But it's even worse is that some of them that could be rich writers aren't.
Yeah.
Like Abbott Elementary, one of the episodes did fairly okay on network TV, but was the highest streamed episode of television on Hulu. 0 in residuals for the writer.
Right.
And probably not much, if any, residuals for the performers either.
Yeah. So this is going to help out an entire industry, and then by extension, whatever industry you work in.
Yeah,
because
so-
the more you can make people see, like, oh, they had a union, so they ended up making these people do what they should do and pay out.
Yeah.
So that's
So
only gonna help out everybody.
I'll see you at the picket line.
Come on by.
If you're not around, another way to support is Entertainment Community Fund.
Or if you live in LA, just ignore the giant signs they've put up outside of Universal that say keep honking down to a minimum and drive by and honk those motherfuckers
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to irritate the shit out of them.
Disruption is the thing that'll help us all.
Yeah. Or maybe Ron Perlman will go burn down David Zaslav's house. We'll see. The future is unwritten. Sam.
Ron Perlman will go full Hellboy.
Hell yeah. Sam, what do you got to tell the people on the way out the door?
They can follow me at SamHarder666 on Instagram, or I guess Threads now, since that's the same account. Twitter, Slam Harder. TikTok, Slam Harder. Feel like there's something else. YouTube channel, LA Comedy Life.
Playing video games.
Playing
on Fridays.
video games. What else? What else do I have going on, Rivers?
I don't know.
I have another plug after you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sam does a lot of stuff, so he's got to keep everyone on the list. One of the things I do is I am now a writer for Some More News on YouTube.
Oh shit! With
So-
Cody Johnson
with
and the
Cody
gang.
Johnston and Katie Stoll. So feel free to watch episodes of that.
Got it.
Nah, probably doesn't
No?
exist.
Oh, okay.
All right. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and I haven't posted anything yet, but Threads, Blue Sky, all that stuff at Rivers Langley. And if you would like to come see me do stand-up comedy, this Saturday, July 29th, I'm going to be at Comedy in English down at Hostel International on 2nd Street in Santa Monica, California. That is a free show. Starts at 8:30. And here I can announce this. Mega excited about this. So if there's anybody listening in Arizona, come see me. Thursday, August 10th, I'm going to be a guest on The Dollop Live.
Hell
at
yeah.
Stand Up Live in Phoenix, Arizona. Tickets are on sale now at dolloppodcast.com/tour. So come see me on stage with Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds, and that's going to be fun. Friday, September 29th, I'm at the Build Space in Altadena, California with Guy Branham, Chris Fairbanks, Ed Greer, Aaron Lampart, Justin Lintz, and more. So, yeah, that's...
Never heard of that venue.
It's new. It's like some kind of new thing that
Killer lineup.
Yeah, our buddy Justin Lintz is just moved back to LA, and he's hit the ground running with this
It
build
looks like
space.
it. Yeah, definitely.
So that'll be fun. But yeah, you can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod, every episode ever, youtube.com/TheGoodsPod, and new clips dropping all the time. Best way to support this show, head to patreon.com/TheGoodsPod. Second best way to support this show, head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we're pushing you over that North Korean border. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas, the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.